Right, continuing on 49, right? Now, what I did, and one of the reasons why we skipped 49 and waited till now, is because with 49, if we went to router this now, we wouldn't have the pieces on the back to help us clamp this down, okay? So that's why we skipped it. It gives us a place to clamp, to make things solid. Okay, so that's the reason why we did that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our router and we're gonna router around here. Now, you might think it's real easy just to router, okay? But there are certain ways that you are supposed to do it, and sometimes those ways change. Just kind of, the main rule of thumb is when you are routering around the outside of something, okay, you want to router counterclockwise. Okay, so we're going to go this way. We are only doing, we're not going to go around this whole thing, but just say that we were. Okay, you would go counterclockwise. All right, when routering the inside of something, you would go clockwise. All right, now is that rule always true? Not always. Okay, if you just had a regular board, let's say this one here where it would be the outside, okay? On this one, we'd want to router the end grain first and then do our edge grain, okay? Because it starts talking about tear out. So when we get to the end, it's gonna splinter things. So when you can do your edges, it'll take those splinters off. And sometimes you can get tear out as you go against the grain, where it will actually start grabbing and tearing out the fibers. All right, we don't want to do that. So the two ways that we go that can be cut is usually the pushing or pulling. Pushing is when you're going against the direction of the bit that's cutting, okay? And climbing is when you go the same direction as the bit. Think of it like a car wheel, okay? A car wheel climbing up like a hill. All right, so you'd go with it. All right, the thing about climbing is you have to be careful because the router is actually, it can be more in control. You really have to make sure that you focus on what you're doing and have a firm grip on your on the router and the project. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna set up and we're gonna start cutting.